All right. Welcome to round two. Just kidding. Oh, we had so much fun at the AM session. I know we're going to have more fun tonight. And just like usual, for just our housekeeping, say thanks for keeping the webcams off. And we'll use the chat primarily. If you want to say hi and where you're from, if you haven't done so already in the chat or participated in the things that we can blend with besides and this was blending Prismacolor pencils, waxy colored pencils. You can always put in, if you have an extra tip that we didn't talk about, you can put that in there too. But we also want to know if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, put that in the chat. And if you don't know where the chat is because you are new to us, it should. I'm thinking, yeah, that would make sense. Um, if you're on a desktop or laptop, it should be you should see the attendee list on the left hand side where it says chat. Just click on the word and it'll bring it to you. You can also, by the way, that little arrow on the side there, it's gray. You can click on that to hide that, and then you have more more screen. So just so you know, because I know we had some people that they couldn't find the chat because they had done that, and then that must have done that early or something. But anyway, so we'll use the chat for conversation as well as if you have questions or if you need me to go back or do something, we'll use that. Diane is new to Zentangle. Woo! Well, welcome. Welcome. And did you say where you were from? I mean, you don't have to say where you're from. That's okay. You can be, incognito. We're good with that. As we have several people that are in hiding apparently because we
You're giving
have
those fake names again?
that's right. If you could see them, they have sunglasses and a baseball hat on too. So I got all of that. Good. I'm going to share my screen in a moment, so we'll talk through the tangle. This is how we work. Oh, and Joe. Oh, yeah. Just say Joe's new to the group, but he's been watching and was on this morning. So what I do is I'll share my screen in a moment, and I will share the links in the chat so you have them. That way you can, if you need to flip back and forth, to see the step out or the inspiration, you can. You can work on whatever you want with whatever you want. As you can see, that's what we did. And it's Susan new to Zentangle also. That's awesome.
We should start asking new as if you have never touched a pen to paper to do this, or
right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm assuming because we've got because we had some that that would say a little bit newer, been doing it for a few months and stuff like that. But yeah, so you can use whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Paper. People use sketchbooks. Some people, instead of coming up with something that's finished or unfinished, are they just work in a sketchbook just to do their own step outs. I remember some people were doing that, and it's like whatever you want to do, it's all good. Because we're just here to explore the tangle, have as much fun with it as we can in the time that we have. That's good. And wait, and so somebody said something about driving. Huh. Oh, the DM. Wait, okay. Well, I'll have to go back into the. Oh, alligator is on her drive. Oh, that's how we got done driving. I'm like, okay. and we do have a number of inside jokes. I always try to remember to explain, or somebody else will. And if not, just laugh along. It's
pretend you know what's going on. You'll catch on.
Yeah, that's my secret. All right. So let me share my screen. Oh, and then the last thing is if especially being new, you can follow what I do because we'll after I share the screen, then we'll do it. And I try to make sure to go at a decent speed. I'm not necessarily a speedy tangler anyway. I'm just looking at mine. I'm like, well, didn't do anything with that with the mucas, but it's really popped off the page with that darkness behind there. So anyway, I tracked myself. All right, let's see. Yes, and we do pass around virtual snacks and everything. Something else, just because I like the side because today is just one of those days where I like to sidetrack myself. All right, here's my screen. Oh, I already had that in there. So here is thing one. Oh, and oh, I shared my screen, but I didn't put out the red carpet yet because this is a world premiere of this tangle from Debbi Minero. And here is mine. Yeah, and Alligator has typed in the drum roll. And so as I had done this morning, I said, I am just, you know, I don't know, no words. This group has been a lifesaver. I know for a lot of us through all of the mess of the last few years. And it's been my perpetual happy place. And because I just remember, and even now, it's like I'll sit and when I post the daily tangle, and I'm like, and so I'll go and the first thing that pops up, I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous. I have to, click love and write something, and then the next one, and then the next one. And I'm like, half an hour later, I'm like, I'm supposed to put this daily tangle and cook dinner or something, and that's why we eat at 11 o'clock or something ridiculous. It's not for any other reasons. It's because of that. But you just get so sidetracked in it. Hi, Angela. How are you? Oh, say welcome. And, we'll have you turn off your webcam for
I'm
now.
great.
Oh, good. Well, I'll have to, since you're there. Are you new to us?
I am very new.
Oh, well, welcome. And are you new to Zentangle too, or no?
In about a week. I started a week ago.
Oh, all right. Oh, fantastic. Yay, yay.
And
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so we'll have you turn off the webcam for now, and then later,
Okay.
everybody that wants to will open up their webcams and share. And I didn't explain why, and if this is the one, if you can find it, and if you can't, I can do it too. And while I'm leaving this up here so you all can read it, because I can't read it myself because it's just weird. You know, here, let me introduce myself. Let me tell you. No, just kidding. Oh, that was the thing that I forgot. If you're on a smaller screen, then you might have to tap, and maybe if somebody wants to put it, if you have trouble finding the chat, you won't be able to chat. But I think you might tap the screen, and then the symbols will come up so you can find the chat, or swipe. And it's probably going to depend on what kind of a device you have. So, and that's also why we have everyone keep their webcams off except for us, so that way those on the smaller screens can see better. And yeah, all right. So I was just absolutely honored that. Well, first, because Deb started this with doing a tangle and named it after Mom, after a class, and so that you will find the tangle Cherie. And actually, on my website, I did start a page, so you'll see it in the big menu. And I can't remember what I called it, but so I have a link for those. Wait, here, I can do it right here. Here's my page. Yes, it is new tangles from the Tangle Addicts community. So when we are doing world premieres, this is when I do the blog post, they automatically go here, and that way you can see all of them. Eventually, I'll have it also listed by artist, because I think it's just extra special that we have such wonderful talent here. But yeah, so Deb started this, was a couple weeks ago, and they did one after Mom. And that was fun because I like to do surprises and be sneaky. And so, but Debbie was sneaky and kept posting little snippets and a step here and a step there on our Facebook group. And it was really funny. And so shocked, humbled, and just no words. So I'll let you read the story behind it. And so this is HHuGz, and It is a gorgeous and super fun tangle, and also in perfect Debbi style, something that we can have so much fun with. So that's one of the samples, but I wanted to get to the step out here as we're 15 minutes in. All right, it starts off with a V, and this one, let's see, there's nothing really going under it. I mean, it depends on how you want to do it. So as you look at Mom's, she put hers like right at the bottom in a corner. I did mine 4 ways, starting in the center ish, with an orb. So it depends on how you want to construct it. You just have to keep in mind that as I'm drawing the initial V's, it's like, oh, I have to do stuff above this, so I better not go too crazy with them. So we get that. Then kind of a triple curve line up on the top, and we had a couple different ways to do that. It's not really hard, but like Mom started from the top center. She kind of eyeballed center and went up top, put a little dot, and then did another like V shape to one side and a V shape to the other. So that's one way.
So I just had some place to aim to.
Yeah, and that's always helpful. And then we add in step 3 our favorite flux shapes or teardrop, whichever you want to think about it. Kind of floating above the curves on the outsides, and then another one, same idea, and then an orb on the inside of those, and then 2 muka fronds, at the end, or you can turn it into something else because we had some really neat ideas this morning, and you could do it upside down. It doesn't matter. This, when I demonstrate it, actually, I'll do it the way Deb has it because I didn't do that this morning. I did actual muka, but this you start at one point. It's kind of like the flux shape. You come up and around, and like you're going to start making a spiral and stop just before you would turn in, and then come back down to that point. That's how you do that. It also kind of looks like a big comma. But anyway, so Deb shows all of these wonderful variations and things that you can do with it. Here's the one, where they're kind of all starting from the center, pointing out. Just lots of fun. That's what I love about Deb's, adding some fancy fescue. Here's some other samples of hers, just so that way you can get an idea of what you might want to do with it. And if you don't have any idea, that's where I say, then you could follow me, follow Mom. And I'm guessing, Mom, you're gonna go from you're gonna do like what I did. Are you doing 4 of them?
Yes, but in the opposite direction.
So it'll be neat. All right.
They are going to share a center orb.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sort of.
Oh, it'll be neat. There's a lot of people, for those new, you watch Mom because we call it going rogue. She usually does something very creative. I try to just stick to what's there, or at least close. And so this is my version of the step out. I just kept it really simple so that way I can just point back to Deb's because it's so fantastic. All right, let me stop the screen share, and all right, and thanks Alligator for filling in. Because as we have new people join, actually that's a great idea to add in, because as people join. All right, I'm taking away the red carpet so I don't mess it up. And all right. Let's see. Oh, well, Diane, we have a couple Dianes now. So you'll have to tell us where you're at in Michigan. Wait, let's say my Diane. No, I don't see, unless that is, oh no, that's a different, wait. I don't know. Is that my Diane that's saying here in snowy Michigan, or is that our new Diane? Because that's where we're at in Michigan, if you didn't. So, let's see. Oh, maybe because I've got like this explosion from these magicals that I did. So maybe I'll start it in the middle, and then I was thinking a corner, but I'm going to start. Oh, new Diane. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, new Diane. Yeah, stuck in the snow. So, yeah, I'm going to guess that you are north then. Yeah, because I'm near, and I'm in Ypsilanti. Mom's in Rochester Hills. And I'm going to make sure that this pen works. Oh, it does. So I'm going to use a white gel pen on this beautiful pink fuchsia. I can't even pronounce this name.
Bougainvillea.
Yeah, that.
It's a flower.
Bougainvillea.
Nice. There we go. And it's my favorite because I just went fuchsia because it's got the purple in there. And that's probably the one that I like. All right. So, like I said, we're starting with the V. And this I can on purpose make giant. Okay. Giant, and I always end up with one side with a lilt. Something else for those that are new to Zentangle, we turn the tile. You try to kind of keep our hand, the heel of your hand, planted on the, on your surface, and then that way you can use your natural curve. And so that's why you just turn the paper. You kind of get used to turning the paper, with your pinky and your fingers, and that's good. I'm going to do this one from down, and I do this step kind of all in one. So I'm going to do the curve, and I kind of do it like as if I'm aiming for the center and stop. Then I do the big one, and then just continue on. I'm here to show what not to do about the whole, because we always have these conversations about being perfect, being not perfect, doing it right, not doing it right. I'm that poster child. So okay, then that little flux shape, which I love so much, coming kind of out of that corner. And we'll do the other one here. And then another one. Trying to make this one a little bit bigger. There we go. To kind of even it up into the center. But you know what? If it's exploding, it shouldn't be symmetrical anyway, right? It's,
Right.
It's got to move one direction or the other. Then big orb here. And besides that, this is all non-representational, and it's all good. Oh, and as I was talking through it, just because it took so long at the beginning, because it's such a special day, I didn't talk about the decorating. So and pointing out, like on Deb's samples, she had some that she didn't do anything. You just kind of left this all open. That's an up to you. Even my favorite line dots, you could leave those out. I'm going to go back to my one from earlier. Because there's so many things that you can do to decorate. I divided my, and I'm probably going to do that with this too. Let's just bring those lines down and finish this. I already see I'm going to have to go back over. Yeah, so many different things that you can do, and that's oh, hi Lavender. Well, we're kind of just getting started ish because we were yapping at the beginning and having a lot of fun. So you're good. And yeah, and I cannot leave out the line dot dot. The line dot dot is favorite thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had someone this morning. And she was in her car. I have to look back at the picture. She was in her car, right? That was great. It's like I'm going to add that. I have got to make a list of you're a Tangle addict if. Oh, and thanks Tarla for putting in the links. Yeah, that's right. We did have a couple people in there. Oh, it's hysterical. Love it, love it. All right. I did have a plan in my head. And then I have to do the mukas on the side. All right, let's get those done here. And I'll do this side because this one is a fuller side than this one. This one's going to go off a little bit. All right, so starting from the bottom here. Oops. Like I said, you kind of come around like you're making a big, and I'm going to go back around because and stop there. That way you can see it, that nice kind of bulbous thing. And then, and you can stop wherever you want. So if you want to have this line be a little bit thinner, you could go up a little bit further. And then it's just kind of come back, with a curve line or however you want to come back down to meet that. And we'll do this side. These write really nice, or these Lindy Magicals are real nice to write over. Really smooth. I don't feel like my pen is clogging up. For a minute it sputtered because I was talking and then I left it open. Oh, nice. All right. And because I have to do it, I cannot leave these open. Let's do the line dot dot in those now. And the reason I love it is because it adds so much character to them. Kind of course correct, because if you don't like the shape of it, when you do the line dot dot, if you just have just a little nice curve, and then the dots extend the curve, and then it just looks so neat. And because I made that thick there, I'm going to have to make that thick. All right. Now, what to do? Okay. And I'm just reading the chat. It's like, all right, I'm going to have to scroll back up again and find what? Lunar, you're in a barn? Yeah, we have virtual stealing of pens and food too. I forgot to fill you in on that. And for those that are watching later, you just have to be here sometimes. So, tissue alert.
My little flux shapes are so small, I can't do the line dot dot. I just do the line.
Oh, well, you could fit a dot.
They still look good. I mean, they always need something in there.
No. Thank you, alligator. I don't have. I can yell. Husband is not too far away. Tissue alert. Yes. And we're not usually sappy. I'm going to put a little curve line on the end of my comment. This one, because you're not going to see it anyway. Oh, I'll put it in there for good measure. What was my plan? My plan was sometimes my plan is to have no plan. Oh, while I'm doing that and not having a plan, let's. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, since that's natural, I'm turning mine upside down. We're gonna just sometimes when I don't know what to do, there's little things that I know I do want to do. So I do those things. And then sometimes inspiration will strike. And this because I have a natural light here. I'm gonna gemify this one. And Joe, I'm going to use the colorless blender here. Just have to make sure because it's kind of a plasticky substance. And it changes the color just a little bit, like because you're mashing this. The wax from the colored pencil, but it's just really, so yeah, it's one of those, if you don't have them, give them a try. And then too, burnishing with the white is neat too. It changes. It does change the color. You know, we just have to have all these options. So then sometimes I use white and then I use the colorless blender again just because I want to add a little something. So it doesn't look weird upside down. I was thinking it might. Or I just make my whole thing like that.
You can say which side is up and which side is down.
The light is shining this way. Oh, let's see. Yeah, because I had this brainstorm that came into my head, and it's gone. It left. I remember what it was going to be, sort of.
But it was going to be good.
Yeah, it was. It was indeed. Can't have that little. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me get my 5. Oh, right on top. Oh, it's so funny how our brains sometimes just don't work. Uh-oh. Yeah, storm sirens going off. So where are you at again?
I was going to say, Aussie assistant said my boss is going to ask why I keep taking Fridays off soon. I said, Friday? It's only Thursday, but
Right.
in Australia, it isn't.
Friday afternoon, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's 10:30. Okay. I'm gonna do similar, and then maybe it'll come to me. So I'm using my this is the 05. I use the 10, the others, but sometimes it's nice to just have this nice little line. So I'm making just some little lines in here. I was seeing that kind of as a leaf. I can remember. I had this brilliant idea. Brilliant ideas, you know. Yes. Oh, and I moved. Wait. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna have to make these virtual. I have to come up with my own version, and we'll see if this works as a prescription. It says this came in one of my packages from Zentangle, and so I could fill in the date, unlimited refills, and create one or more Zentangle tiles per day as needed. Side effects may include contentment, focus, beautiful art, passion, and gratitude. We add in laughter and other craziness. Note may be habit forming. We already know that. And then and prescribe. It looks official to me. Yes. Exactly. See, I need to. Yeah. It's like what a brilliant idea. It will change it up to have more of mine would be ours would be a prescription for treating the addiction, and it's just and that could be all right, create one or more, because we're not going to get over it. We're going to continue it.
Yeah, we don't want to get over it.
No. I'll have no idea what I was going to do, but that's all right. It's all good. Ooh, I can make a big.
Halfway through doing something else, you'll remember it.
I will. I'll say, oh yeah, that's the great idea I was going to do. And you know what? I wanted to see. Oh, she's not on. I meant to email Rosemary and see how her daughter is. She was taking care of her daughter who had COVID, and then I don't think she was on earlier. So, Rosemary, if you watch this later, we're thinking about you. I'm channeling my inner Rosemary, is what I'm doing. But I don't want to cover up all of this purpley goodness, but I'm going to this pen. So on these the one I'm using, that fuchsia, this process red. Look at how nicely that goes. I don't know why they call it process red, because it's really kind of more of a fuchsia pink. How funny you can find something that really blends into the prepped tile. All not planned. Yes, and Tarla, yes, exactly right. It is a healthy addiction. That is for sure. Something that more people should be. It is all good. Oh yeah, let's blend. Oh, that's what I could have. Oh, if you flip it this way, it could look like a fuchsia plant.
It does.
Oh, it just dawned on me. Like not the double kind, the single kind. Hi, Wendy.
Yes.
Oh, I know, because Rosemary has done some things that were so neat and kind of glowy, and so that's I'm thinking I want to sort of kind of replicate some of that. Oh yeah. Here we go. Wait. Alligator says, yes, that's what I tell myself as I load up my Amazon cart full of new supplies. Mm-hmm. Well, I can say, I mean, this does keep us out of trouble.
Does.
Or something.
How many have bought those sets of pens or
I
pencils?
know.
It keeps us out of some kinds of trouble and into other kinds.
Right. All good kinds of trouble. Telling myself, don't go too fast with that gel pen there. Right. What do we got? Oh my gosh, time goes by so fast. It's only 7:40, and it didn't help that we were yapping for too long. Let's see. uh, hmm. Feeling like I need to have some contrasting color, but I could do probably some actual shading, and that would add some contrast. But where? This is so cool. it seemed like part of my thought had to do with Zen bossing, which for those that are club members, I'm thinking that is going to be our next class, the last or the fourth Tuesday of the month. Because last time when we did the transcending, I threw that in like kind of towards the tail end, and this time I decided no, I'm not going to do that. We'll do it as a whole separate thing so we could just focus on it. You know what? Oh, maybe that's what I was. Maybe that.
Did you mute me, Heather?
No, it's somebody accidentally muted everybody. It's one of those.
I wasn't saying a word.
Yeah. Oh, and there's okay, and yeah. And Didi, you have to tell us. That's our other Diane. Diane number one. It's like in our family, or in my on my the in-law side, because I'm Heather number 2, because there already was a Heather, and so I was just known as Heather number 2. So that's we might go with that. Have you got turkey buzzards by you? You'll have to tell me. I think this might have been what I was thinking. Except I need to sharpen. Alligator says that we had to mute you so that you'd say something. She was in the zone. Oh, those are gorgeous colors like that. You know, they flow so nice together. They're very gemmy.
Well, I've just been so intent on what I'm doing, I just didn't take time to say anything. Plus, like I say, I've been fighting this sinus whatever. I'm afraid to say too much because then I start coughing, and I already used up my one cough drop I brought down here.
Oh no! Your cough drop ration. Have you ever had it? And I shouldn't jinx anything. I was playing. It was a Christmas gig, and I had sinus or something, and it was one of those where it was the bad tickle, and when and I was like my worst nightmare. You're tucked in. We were tightly squeezed in. I think it was like in the altar section or something. In front of everybody, of course. And I start, it's like, oh, there's the tickle. Oh no. And I thought, well, let me see if I can play with a cough drop. And the minute I put my cough drop in my mouth, it made it worse.
Oh no.
It was like it further dried it out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to die. And it was just one of those where, when you start coughing like this, stuff's going to start happening that I don't want to happen in front of people, let alone even, Oh, it was such a nightmare.
Well, I had a similar thing happen when I was doing that public access TV show in Clarkston.
Yeah.
And it's live, and they don't stop and start over. You just go. And I had the same thing happen, and the floor director came crawling on her hands and knees behind the table with a glass of water.
And you can see his hand go up.
Yeah. And after that, I made sure I had a little lower table, and I always had a tissue, some cough drops, and a glass of water in case it ever happened again.
And you all didn't know that Mom was a celebrity.
Yeah, in a little bitty town. It was public access TV, and they were teaching the high school kids and anybody who wanted to learn how to use TV cameras and stuff like that. It's when Comcast first came into the area, and cable was new. They had to do something to fill up the time,
that dates us. Yeah, and then Cassie says, and then you have to, go into the bath. Yeah, it's just bad. Oh, hmm. No, I'm gonna leave it that way. I'm talking to myself. And let's. Okay, so my idea, I think this was what it was. I'm looking at it in the camera. Yes. Thank you, Wendy. I'll thank you for Mom too. Hers are pretty too.
Well, I'm trying to make a set.
Mm.
I don't know why, but it's just the thought I had. So I'm using the same colors I used earlier.
Oh, this is turning out very cool. If I do say so myself. Marker. Yes, we're both using colored pencils. And thank you, Alligator. Just put in the chat links to everything. Thank you, thank you. Because the colorless blender works neat, not just for blending. Well, we use that with the pencil too, but just because I'm just going over it, I'm not blending it out anywhere. But look, it makes it just a little bit darker. Just kind of like when we use it with the graphite. Loving it.
And when you use the white, it makes it a little lighter.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I guess I wasn't sure what it was going to do, being that I'm not trying to blend it anywhere. I just wanted to make it a little darker. Huh? And you just keep playing until someone says it's time. Which, what does that make? 7-minute warning. Oh, neat, Diane. I mean, Dee Dee. I can't wait to see what you did. And you can share that. I shared the wealth of the. I'll say it anyway. Of the extra stuff that Amazon sent because they didn't know the difference between a box and a pack. And so when we got together for lunch, so I was like, here, presents! And the sparkle pop. So I can't wait to see. Oh, and that would be great on here too. Ooh, because the one pen does red and blue.
You think it'll change going from the pink to the white?
I don't know, but it has that same kind of iridescence. Thank you, Diane, for giving me a good idea. That's it. Oh, it's apparently in the bottom of this pile of pens. That is green, or it's. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Did I do anything on? Well, I do have this little. Well, I'm going to do it on the back of here, and we'll see what it. Oh, see, that matches. Hmm. and because I don't know if anybody I don't know if you can you probably can't see.
No,
Uh,
it just looks blue.
yeah, because you can it has that iridescent-y look, and I think this one. Enabler alert! Enabler alert! See if it so pinkish reddish. Are you able even to see that?
Does it? Yes, a little bit. Yes.
It's I think because this is more well I don't know this is that printmaking paper that you had given me when we were doing the tile prep. That's what I was using. Yeah, because it's supposed to be more red or pink, I guess, on white, and then it's blue-ish purple on black.
Yeah, I have a feeling it matters. The texture of the paper might make a difference, how much it absorbs in and all that.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, but it totally okay. Neat idea for when I use this some more. Just seeing what else I need to do here. So excited. And I'm guessing that the turkey buzzards are the same as wild turkeys, right?
No.
No? Oh.
No.
Or
Two different birds.
Oh. I'm going to have to look it up later.
Turkey buzzards look sort of like vultures.
Okay.
And wild turkeys sort of look like turkeys.
So they're uglier than a regular turkey because the regular
Yes.
turkey is...
Oh, that's a good way to put it. Yes, they're uglier than a regular turkey.
Okay. No offense to regular turkeys. Because I have seen some cross the road, but I think they're taller and skinnier. But then I was just thinking I was seeing wild turkeys, so I don't know. Oh, and now I need to have some of that. Oops. This was what I was thinking. All right. Oh. Well, and are they mean too? That's what I wonder.
I have no idea.
They just look mean. Like not unlike Canadian geese that look all, cute and everything, and then they turn out to be sometimes mean. Or just aggressive. Deb, you outdid yourself. I still have some of yours that we have to premiere. I think I might put a session together of your critters because we have the snails that we haven't done, and actually the tiki guys from last year, because we were both talking about well, is it really a tangle or is it a how to draw? And there's so many things that are kind of more of a how to draw. I was like, well, we'll add it. Add a category called Tangle Critters. Oh, okay. Well,
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, if you think it's a turkey buzzard, look for something dead laying there.
oh, okay. Yeah, then avoid it. It's like, okay, not gonna walk over there. Well, and they at least, I mean, they're the cleaners. One more space. Gosh, am I actually gonna get done in sort of the right amount of time, even with all of that yapping early on? Just want to get this like a second coat here. All right. I am ever so pleased. Oh, neat. Okay. It is time. Time to share. Oh. Oh, Jill, yours does look like a bee. Oh no. Oh. Okay, alligator. It's like I have to look. It's like what did she do? Where is that tangle? Now I see. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Ah, Joe. Neat take on that. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, keep them coming. I'll let you know before I take it. And I promise this time not to copy over something I already did. Ah, Mel's got 2 plates there going. Gorgeous. All right. Is this everyone? Oh, and sure meat. Okay, I'm gonna guess if this is everyone. Hold them steady. Oh, right now, hold on. It says my meeting is growing. We have one on page 2. Okay. All right. All back on. Oh, okay. So at least keep your webcams open. And Tangling, I'm just getting a black screen, but that's not your fault. Let me do this one more time. Flip and flip. Oh, there it goes. Okay, perfect. Okay, now hold them steady. Oh, look at. Oh, hold on a second again. Oh wait, well, just keep it going. Okay. Oh. Lost somebody because now I don't have 2 screens. I think so. Here, I think yours popped off. All right. Well, I got everybody now, and let me. Oh, and I did get yours. So here, okay, perfect. Because I got 2. It's gonna look like the same thing, but it'll just be minus 1. So let me save this. Where's my folder? PM 1. And yeah, saying Lynn, I got yours. It's even close up, it's a bit blurry, but that's I got it. And well, if you want to email it, or I can't remember if you were on the Facebook group or not. Okay, let me share my screen. We'll all turn our cameras off so we have maximum viewing. Mine off too. Oops, not share. There. Not that one. This one. Okay. And while it's sharing, let me. Oh, I did save it. Okay. And before I get myself into trouble, we do new. Okay, so this way we can see Tom and Carlos here, or Tarla the Magnificent, because that was on page 2.
Oh, one is so blurry. Yeah, it must be Carla's. Fingers look feminine. She's gonna have to start wearing nail polish so we can tell which is hers.
Oh, either or you do you have fine lines or something because that makes it look misty? Is but yeah, well we'll see your posting of it. But that way we can see Tom's and Carla's, and I love those. Wait, did you guys didn't get those pencils yet? Did you? 'Cause those are nice colors on that black surface. And oh, okay, let me go to the first one because this one, and I will scroll because this one we got so here on. Um, and I want to catch the top of these because just look at how neat they are. Oops, and oh, that was you scraping something.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was putting
That's
the
all right.
camera away, forgetting that that's also the microphone.
Yes, gorgeous. And Angela, look at those colors. All right, now so and I'll scroll it up or down in a second so you can see the names on the bottom. But Angela's looks to me like a beverage.
Like a what?
Like a beverage. So like the
Yeah, it does.
doesn't it? Yeah. So
The effervescence is just exploding out the top.
yeah. Well, and Debadoodles too, kind of. But yeah, I think it's just because of the way you did the um uh, fescue or the mocha inside, and it makes it look like it's a glass, like it's a martini,
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does.
something like that. That's just what my brain does. Awesome. All right, let me move this up. And Cassie, I love yours. I love that background. It's so colorful. Move this so that way we can see the names on the bottom. Oh,
She's been playing with color.
and you can see on Dee Dee's her tile how it's you can see that iridescent purple and the red because that's what those pens, the Crazy Pop pens.
Oh yes.
Like I said,
Yeah.
enabler alert. Yeah, those are really cool.
Joe, I love his colors. He did.
Yeah.
Just
Where you go? There
the
you go.
same shapes in different places, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh,
And Sharon Pease is beautiful too. Well, they're all beautiful.
they're all And Inez, wow.
And
That
talk about color. Look at Shulamits.
That is amazing. And the different take. It's like an impressionistic. This is just my throwing words in there. I think I know what I'm. Impressionistic take on a non-representational. It's you always amaze me, Shulamit. Just so gorgeous. These are so neat. And we'll say, oh yeah,
Wait a minute.
this is in alphabetical order. The Sharons.
Oh, I see it too. You see it, Heather?
Wait, where? What?
In Karen's spellers, she has H, H, and G.
Oh, she has my chop in there. Oh my gosh. That is awesome.
Well, I said this morning, but I didn't say it this afternoon. But it took me a while to figure that out. I thought, well, that's a nice name for that. And I kept looking at it, and then I realized it was Heather's initials. It took a while.
That is so clever. Oh, these are amazing, and I like the bead line in Debadoodles. Coming up in the background, they look like they're very flower-like. They look like trumpet flowers, or is it angel vine or something? Yeah, there are line dots everywhere. Oh, they're gorgeous. And yeah, and I like Jen's on the triangle tile. I have not played with those. How cool is that? And Mel did coming in the center too. Now, Mel, you have two people, or were you quick?
Yep. No, both of those are mine.
Oh, they're awesome.
Thank you.
They're awesome. And Karen Maxey's I like that with the perfing on the outside.
Yes.
Very.
The line dot dot, the perfing, and the aura-ing of things, it's just always amazes me what a difference it makes.
Yeah.
It's just little things. But
Right. Oh, these are all so gorgeous. And we have, say, and then going back up to, well, say, and I love Jill's said, it looks like a bee. And I just said, I love those bright colors. And then alligators up at the top. And I'm looking at the big diamond in the middle. I'm like, well, I can't.
Where's her pattern? That's what I'm saying. Where's the pattern? Where is it? Where is it?
And
it's
she
all over the place.
Yeah. Ah, it's just remarkable. Just remarkable.
It's a group hug.
Mm-hmm. And so it looks like a flower also down there. And I said, we get
Yes.
Tangling, I don't want to forget anybody. Oh, and she kind of, Tangling did I like how bulbous the Muka is there on the bottom. For a minute, I was thinking it looks like Elegant, and Elegant is kind of like Muka.
Yeah, it's sort of a take on that, I think.
Yeah.
Inez's really looks like the the flower. What flower did you say yours looked like? Fuchsia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hers kind of looks like that too.
Yeah. Oh.
Fun.
Pretty. So pretty. All right. By recording.